Talking about virtue signalling, as James was, Black Lives Matter has found its way onto the cricket pitch. I was so thrilled. Ben Dunk, what a hero. Well done. He refused to take the knee. Good on him. I don't mind if people want to go and do it, but you've got to be brave enough to say, no, I'm not. Here he is. So this is all the cricketers taking the knee. They don't understand that they're kneeling to a Marxist ideology that would destroy capitalism. And we see our guy in the background, Ben Dunk, he'll be there in a second, who refuses to take the knee. He's my new hero, Ben Dunk, Man of the Year. There he is on the right there, refusing to take the knee. What a legend. Everyone phone him up if you know him. Tell him what a legend he is. Rita.
Well, yes, because he's going to be copping all sorts of attacks from the feral mob, you know, the people who preach tolerance and love, but who are quite vicious and will label you based on zero evidence, a racist for not partaking in these ridiculous episodes of grandstanding, which, as you say, they do it in the name of Black Lives Matter. And we saw it happen in the UK, and the soccer players were booed on the very first weekend that crowds were allowed into the stadiums. They got booed. And so the following week, they didn't take a knee for BLM. They took a stand against racism, just a general stand, and the crowd cheered that because the crowd aren't racist. They just don't want to see athletes taking a knee in the name of a anti-capitalist, anti-police group, which is highly divisive, which has caused all sorts of issues. And I applaud Ben Dunk, he's the Melbourne Stars wicketkeeper, for having the courage, because it takes real courage not to go along with the mob. Let me just repeat, Rita.
Exactly. If you see Ben Dunk in the street, cheer him, applaud him, make this bloke a national hero because he deserves to be. We have seen, James, as well, how ridiculous virtue signalling is getting out of hand. So you've got Black Lives Matter, people bowing to Black Lives Matter, which is an anti-Semitic, anti-capitalist ideology. This is what they're bowing to. They're too stupid to realise it. We've also got virtue signalling out of control. Would you believe it? In the CFMEU, what a joke. Someone sent into Outsiders this footage here of them doing a smoking ceremony on as they're pouring the concrete, about to build a massive high-rise. This is John Setka. What a complete farce. Have a look.
Look, this is the first ceremony, one of many that's going to happen in the future in the building industry. Just to let you know, the EBA we negotiated, which is actually getting processed as we speak, one of the clauses we did put in there was in regards to our Indigenous brothers and sisters. And I think it's been a bit of a travesty what's happened over the last few centuries. This is Aboriginal land, always will be, was never succeeded, and it was stolen.
So Setka's building on stolen land, James, and explain the stupidity of this individual to him. He's building a massive concrete thing on stolen land. Is he going to buy the land first? Is he going to compensate them? What is going on, James?
Well, exactly. I mean, this is where the whole thing falls apart. I mean, it's great, you know, wonderful. Everybody can feel happy about this. Everybody can feel a connection. But ultimately, this is the real problem with this whole always was, always will be rhetoric. It means that anything that you do essentially is illegitimate. I mean, yeah, you could say that this skyscraper, well, that's built on stolen land, so why are you condoning that, John Setka, if that is what you truly believe? Now, whether or not that is or not, I don't know. But it also points to the broader problem of this, you know, the rhetoric around reconciliation, which has moved away from, I think, reconciliation to quite a militant stance, which is summed up by this idea that that this country is illegitimate and that it will always be illegitimate. So watch this space, because I suspect in 2021 we're going to see a lot more moves to take this to Parliament, with some of the various moves around, you know, a voice and all of that. This militant thinking is going to get louder and louder, and I think ultimately it's going to hurt the cause of those who are looking for genuine reconciliation.
Rita?
I just can't understand, if he believes he's on stolen land, why he's pouring concrete exactly. and being complicit in ensuring that land is never returned to its rightful owners. Because those apartments are going to be sold, there's going to be titles. I mean, if you actually believe that, give up the title to your house. Don't partake in behaviour that you say is criminal, that is thievery. So if you think this is always was, always will be, first thing you do if you own a house is take the title and hand it over to the rightful owner, because otherwise you're just a grandstanding hypocrite.